I think myself, it's time now to get a little concerned about the Mets. The Mets right now, and they have Cespedes all year, so they're not going to get this kind of influx you wouldn't think again. The Mets have not played well. They really have not gotten themselves on track all year long. They had that one stretch there on that road trip where they beat the Indians, they buried the Braves, beat the Phillies, and then they beat the Braves again where they were flying. But overall, if you are a Met fan right now, it's time to be very concerned about the NL East. They got a break last night. The Cubs got a run in the ninth inning and beat the Nationals in Washington when that game was 3-3. So you didn't lose another game in the standings, but you're only 5 games over 500. You got injuries all over the place. Who knows on right? Who knows on Duda? You got a lot of backups playing a lot of spots. I mean, you got a lot of issues if you're a Met fan right now. To know who knows on them too. And the Mets just aren't that good. They don't hit. Conforto's a mess. He's taking shots at his wrist because he's got wrist issues. He had a great April. They moved him up to 3 in the lineup. I loved him, and he hasn't done anything since 165 since May 1st. I mean, their pitching is still very good, but it's not as unbelievably dominant as we thought because they haven't been able to get all 4 pitchers on the same roll at the same time. Early in the year, they couldn't get Harvey rolling, and DeGrom had issues on a DL, had a child, the whole 9 yards. Then they get DeGrom back in mix. Now they got Harvey pitching pretty well. Now Mets can't get anybody out. Bad start against the White Sox. Bad start against the Brewers. So they really haven't gotten all their pitchers in rotation, pitching successfully. Excellent start after excellent start. That's the first thing. And the second thing is they just don't score enough runs. I mean, this is not, Granderson has shown you some signs recently, but let's face it, he's a hit or miss guy, Granderson. I mean, they don't have a third baseman. Flores is not the answer from that standpoint. They can wax poetic on their middle infield with Walker and Cabrera, which I understand. But their first base situation, Loney's a good replacement temporarily, but still. Pilecki cannot do a thing behind it. He cannot hit behind the plate. He had no offensive power whatsoever. And again, Durno is always hurt. I mean, the Mets got some issues right now. There's just not a lot of popping out offense whatsoever. I'd be concerned. 5 games over 500. That's not enough as far as I'm going. They had a bad finish to their road trip. They lost the last game to Miami. They lost the 2 games at the back end of Milwaukee. He didn't like that either. They had a salvage game in Pittsburgh after that bad double dip. I mean, 500. I mean, I just don't like what I see. And they're going to, rest on their laurels of a year ago, where a year ago they were, floundering, and then they made all those additions, Uribe and Kenneth Johnson. And then, of course, some help in the bullpen and the big one with Cespedes. And they took off. I mean, last year the Nationals couldn't get out of their own way. They were disgruntled with their manager. They don't have that problem this year. And the Nationals, of course, Desmond had done nothing, errors all over the place and what have you. The Nationals were not good enough to take advantage of the Mets' bad play for the first 4 months of the season. This year, the Nationals appear to be good enough to do that. Dusty has the locker room in pretty good shape, clubhouse in pretty good shape. They got the 2 pitchers at the top of the rotation, whether you like Tanner O'Rourke or Gio Gonzalez or Joe Ross. They do have the 2 aces there at the top of the rotation. They can make do with their bullpen, and the Nationals are better than they were a year ago, and the Mets not nearly as good. And I'd be a little worried right now about the Mets, And plus, you're going to get the New York media now. The Yankees are out at the moment. They're going to get the New York media centering in on the Mets. There's going to be trade proposals on every off day. Because of the fact that you're in a situation where you have to create some news. The Knicks don't have a #1 pick. Nobody cares about the Nets. The Rangers are a mess. I mean, they're going to have something to write about. How many times can you write about Geno Smith? You're going to have something to write about for 2 months, and what they're going to write about is they're going to be writing about what the Mets need to do to bolster their offense. So every time you turn around, there's going to be a trade proposal, and that's going to get distracting. I tell you, the Mets got issues. I'm a little worried about the Mets. Don't like the way they play. They got booed last night in the 6th inning. The kid's a good young pitcher, but they get no hit in the 7th. They can't put streaks together. I mean, they just look dead. I mean, you don't score, you do look dead, but I'd be a little concerned here by the Mets as far as and who knows on David Wright. Even if he doesn't have to have the surgery on with the herniated disc, what are you going to get out of David Wright? I mean, let's be honest. It's not his fault he's injured. He had a bad back to begin with. That's a mess, too. They don't have a third baseman. Wright's got a huge contract. That's got some issues right now as far as the NL East is concerned. That is our #1 today that I